Hi everybody, it's Dr. Fantastic. Well, I think I had some technical difficulties today. I did what I felt was a very positive, about a 20-minute.
Use the right two lanes to take the exit towards Sassafras Street, then merge onto Kenner Boulevard.
Episode. It was episode 32. I was at the San Diego Zoo. The only thing that was uncomfortable with that was that it was hot, and sometimes some traffic went by. But I thought I did a fantastic job. And then I noticed that it might have been the heat of the sun, because these cameras don't like heat, but it didn't look like it took. So I might have lost the whole episode, which is not the end of the world, so I'm making up with it with this. I'm on the phone with my buddy David, and I've been lost for the last 20 minutes because even the GPS is malfunctioning. I don't know what it is, but today the technology is not quite working. But you know me, I look at the positive of everything. Yeah, maybe someone saw it, maybe someone didn't, maybe it took, maybe it didn't. Doesn't matter. I had a good time doing it. What?
Monty, not to interrupt you, but I want to hear about your future plans traveling.
Well, the plan is, like right now, the beautiful plan is the government's going to give me enough money to travel because of COVID-19. That's that's plan C. Plan B, well, I have some stock in some companies that are about to explode, and then that'll give me enough money to travel. Plan A right now is I'm selling, sanitizer, gloves, gowns, and masks, and they're very promising sales in huge quantities for that. So that's like plan A, which will happen next week, which I'll keep everyone informed on, because I am the best.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto West Laurel Street.
And that's not a brag, and that's advice to other salespeople. Because if you're a salesperson, you must look at yourself as the best salesperson. And here's why. Everyone says, "Oh, you got to know your product." Bullshit. I can sell something I don't know anything about because
turn left onto West Laurel Street.
I'm selling a relationship. It comes down to a relationship, because if it's a one-time buy, then of course there is no relationship. But typically, when you're a salesperson, you are going to call them time and time again, and you want them to like you. You want them to have want and look forward to the calls. When I call someone,
take the next left onto West Calmia Street, then turn left onto India Street.
Because I have a good story. I'm up. I'm positive, and the product, to me, I'm not going to sell product I don't believe in anyway. Like Via, the drink Via. Oh my gosh, it's the best proactive hydration drink I've ever tasted, and I think it sells itself.
Take the next left onto India Street, then turn right onto West Laurel Street.
I really should stop this thing. I got to apologize, everybody, for this lady. Hi, everybody.
Cool.
Dr. Fantastic back with David from Boston, asking me some very legitimate questions. The last one was, I'm not sure if you heard it, but what can we do right now with this being sequestration? And there's so much you can do. Get to know your family. What was that?
My question was, what's the world look like in 2 months?
Well, it's going to slowly open up, and hopefully when it does open up, we don't have a resurgence. Here's what another thing I learned the other day, and probably not even 1% of the population in America has been tested. And I'm thinking, okay, so we're all indoors. We've been indoors for a month or so. There's no way we can have it, but that's not the case. We could have it. We could be carriers, and even though we don't get the symptoms, we could still what some people are saying, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but some people are saying we could still transmit it even though we don't have no symptoms. It's called asymptomatic, I think. And if that's the case, we're in deep shit. And that means everyone's going to have to be tested. And that's 300 million tests in America. But I don't think, in my opinion, that's going to be the case. So you see a lot of countries, a lot of states opening up slowly, and they're going to test the waters. I think it's a shame that people are afraid even to talk to strangers now. I think it's to me it's horrific when I walk up to someone and they're scared of me, like I'm going to kill them. because I might have the COVID. That to me is very, very sad. And one of the things I've been telling everybody is that social distancing is the worst thing, the worst two words that can be uttered right now. The last thing we want to be is socially distant from anyone. What you want to be and what you need to be is physically distant from people. You want to be socially close to your friends, your family, and the world, but you want to be physically distant from everybody. Now, on 60 Minutes, or Sunday morning the other day, they interviewed Henry Winkler, and he says he can't hug his grandchildren. And that, to me, is total paranoia. You know your kids don't have it. You know you don't have it. You've been in sequestered for months. To not hug your children? I don't wear a mask. We have people visit the house where I'm at. Nobody's wearing masks. Everyone comes and goes. I don't believe, I'm not afraid. I'm not living in fear or panic, or I'm not having any stress about it. If it's your time, it's your time. I mean, people are so afraid of dying. We're all going to die. So, that's my answer to that. I can't tell the future, but I know that as we do open up, the rides at Disneyland are going to be a lot longer because we're going to be 6 feet apart. At the FedEx store, it upset me that at the FedEx store, the woman was 5 feet from the counter, nobody else in the store. The clerk said, please step back to the marker, which was another 2 feet behind where she was standing. She was literally 6 feet, more than 6 feet from the cashier, but she wasn't standing on the spot. So the lady actually said, please step back to the spot. I'll get you in a minute. That's just freaking ridiculous. Sorry to say. It's ridiculous. Everyone's afraid for their lives. They're afraid for their lives. And that fear is going to be worse. See, my biggest hit on this show so far, on my YouTube show, has been an episode I did a couple months ago. 25,000 people viewed it. And it was basically a reading from a Scott Lipton, I think his name was, about how the fear is going to be worse than the disease. And it's proving true. I'm going to have to recirculate that one, because everything he said 2 months ago is coming true. It's worse than, well, as you know, 200,000 people died, right, in America or in the world. 60,000, 64,000 in America. Well, since this COVID started, over 3 million people died of hunger. And a couple 100,000 people died of coronary. And the numbers are pretty big on death. And of course, this probably would have been like a 2000 or 1918 pandemic, where tens of millions, if not 100 million people would have died, had we not heed the instructions of our government. Had we not, I think that could have happened. And we did sequester. We lost a lot of money. But would you rather have no money in life or a lot of money in death? That's what you have to ask yourself. I think we'd rather be alive, broke, than dead with some money in the bank. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a terrible question, because putting a wise question do politicians' hands. And these people are not equipped to make those judgments. They have no knowledge how to make that judgment, and that's what worries me.
Well, there's too many experts out there, too many chiefs, too many cooks in the kitchen, and I'm a pretty bright guy, and I'm confused. So I can only imagine what the general population must think, because the main media is not telling you the exact truth. They're only going to tell you what's bad, because they don't want to tell you what's good, because the good news doesn't work. If it bleeds, it leads, is the news dictum. That's their policy. If it bleeds, it leads.
So, Monty, leave me with a good thought.
The good thought is to believe in yourself, love yourself, know you're doing the right things, be kind to others, open doors for people, let people in traffic if you drive, say please and thank you. When someone says hello, say hello back. Those are traits of a fantastic person. Be fantastic. Be kind. Kindness is the eternal act, the eternal law. Kindness is what makes us different from everybody else, you know? We need to be kind to one another and mostly kind to ourselves. So everybody be fantastic. Think positive. Positive thoughts manifest positive action. Negative thinking, negative people are cancerous. Delete them from your life. Delete the word good from your life. Replace it with the word fantastic. And watch the magic. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you, David.
Okay.
Bye everybody.
Overpopulated cities around the world have caused people to become a greedy, selfish, and litigious society. Would you like to be happier, live longer, never be forgotten, and help make the world a kinder, more civil place? It's actually easier than you think. Every day you're asked, how are you? Instead of saying good, say I am fantastic. It will make you look better, feel great, and reduce your stress. Making the world a better place starts with each person. Please join the Be Fantastic movement today. What you want to be, you can be. Be fantastic.
I met Dr. Fantastic along life's way, and I heard him say, you are fantastic, yes you are. You are fantastic, you're a